The confirmation of Neil Gorsuch would mean that it could help bring about a final resolution of our case so that we could go back to being able to care for the needy elderly quietly out of the limelight, as we have done for the last 175 years here in the United States. The Little Sisters of the Poor, we are an international community of women religious in the Catholic Church, and we were founded over in France to care for needy elderly persons. And so the way that we do that is to create homes with a home-like family atmosphere and to welcome the elderly into our homes and to care for them as members of our family. Even in the general public, I think it's probably pretty widely known that the Catholic Church is pro-life and is against abortion, and also has never been in favor of contraceptives. So the mandate is asking us to be willing to provide contraceptives to our employees in our health plans. And that's just something that we can't do because of Catholic teaching. And there is an option not to provide health insurance anymore. That's one way out, but we don't look at that as a reasonable option because out of charity and justice, we want to provide good benefits for our employees.
Judge Gorsuch sits on the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals in Denver. Some other judges on that court ruled against the Little Sisters of the Poor. Some of the judges on that court, including Judge Gorsuch, then issued a dissenting opinion saying that they believed that the Little Sisters should have won their case, that the 3 other judges who'd ruled had gotten the law wrong. And those sorts of opinions are very important because they're a strong signal to the Supreme Court that the judges on the court disagree. The Supreme Court probably needs to step in and sort this out.
We're very hopeful, with the changes that have taken place since January, since the inauguration, particularly when we learned about the nomination of Neil Gorsuch. Both because he really did help us. He tried to help us in Denver, which is where the 10th Circuit, his circuit, was where our first case was. And he was one of the small number of judges who wrote a dissent to the majority opinion, trying to uphold our right to religious liberty and making the point that the judiciary doesn't have the right to decide what our religious beliefs are or whether they're important enough to honor.
Right now, the cases are on hold. The Supreme Court overturned the bad decision against the Little Sisters and asked the government and the Little Sisters to try and reach an agreement and find some way to respect their faith.
Contraceptives and abortion services and sterilization have never been included in our health plans for our employees. And I think it's significant to add that this has never been an issue or a problem in the past with us, with our staff. And we have employees across the country who assist us on a daily basis in our work. So this is not something that has been a problem for them. This is a problem that has been, thrust upon us by the government's policies.